Yo, what's up, guys? This is Lesky, and today I have for y'all an updated Engine Plus CDM build for FC26 clubs. So this time it is for level 80, and I've used this build at lower levels, and it's the same type of build where it's a smaller type of CDM build at 5'8", and it's focused on having high acceleration and agility. So I maxed those out, and it's a crazy fun build to use because it has the explosive acceleration type, so it's very quick when it comes to changing directions and just stepping on a dribbler, and just really good with the jockey plus. And of course you'll be great at winning the ball back with the intercept plus and anticipate plus. And honestly, this is my favorite build I think I've used all year, no matter the position. This build is just so much fun to use, and it's just so nice at winning the ball and getting possession for your team. So I got a good amount of gameplay with this build that I'm going to show y'all, and I'll have some more gameplay at the very end of the video. But for now, before we go over all the details of the build, let's take a look at some highlights.
Nice.
Good shot.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, nice right there. Hold on.
Sorry. My bad. Misinput.
Nice.
Misinput.
Is it?
Oh, what the? That's not what I was trying to do.
That will be better, 100%.
That's on me.
Ooh, intercept and then headered it.
I'm not doing that. Bro. That was the pass right there, but it just
Whoa, the interception.
touch.
Second half has been a struggle.
That's not what I wanted. Damn.
Right two.
Oh, you're in there?
You're on, you're on, you're on, you're on.
What a tackle.
Oh, nice pass.
Saw you. I'm supposed to go to Ferris.
How many they are? They are like 6.
Also, our RCM is strong too. This guy's getting eaten up, bro. This game, I'm hitting it over the top to you. Yeah, I was looking at their oh my gosh. Give me that. You have dead ball plus or just the silver?
Oh, I like it. Nice. What a tackle, dude.
Holy crap, that was risky.
Was that
Nice.
the LCM?
Shit.
No, I didn't mean. Oh, God. Right there, I was trying to do.
Yo, that slide tackle. Dang, I should just hit that over the top. No, let me end up with it. Yep.
No.
No. What the? I just circled him so fast because of that jockey plus.
I'm not playing.
Not done. What did you even press there, though?
I
You're
tapped
gonna hit
B.
the shoot
Last
button.
chance, we can get it up.
Damn, how many people disconnected?
Good chunk.
4 or 5.
17.
No. Okay, good. Thought it was doing a precision lob for a sec.
Oh, I'm still on.
Right back, kept you
I
on.
didn't see this.
Yeah, you were still on. The guy was behind you.
My bad, my bad.
Ooh.
Nice.
Come here, big boy. Oh, no.
Oh, no, no, no. Get
Dude,
out.
no.
Get out.
Get out!
Oh my
Nice.
gosh.
Like I was saying, this build has an explosive acceleration type, and it's crazy with the agility and acceleration on this build. And I just have a great time using this build. And it's just so fun being aggressive, stepping on dribblers, high pressing as a defensive midfielder. It's just my type of build where I like to play pretty aggressive as a defensive midfielder. So first, let's go over the perks for Engine. So the first one is Tracker, which is honestly one of the best perks in the game in my opinion. Jockey near a dribbler in the defensive half for a boost to interceptions, reactions, and ball control. So this one's really easy to activate. Just got to be jockeying near someone that has the ball in your defensive half. And this one's great because you also have Jockey Plus. And then it will give you a boost to interception. So with the Intercept Plus, you'll have even more interceptions. Reactions is a great attribute to get. And then even ball control. And ball control will even help with like intercepting a ball and controlling it better. So it's some really nice attributes to get upgraded. And then the second perk is Presser. When the ball in the defensive half to gain a short boost to short passing, vision, and balance. This one is also really nice because all you have to do is win the ball, whether it's an interception, a tackle, whatever it may be. And then you get a boost to 2 passing attributes actually, and then balance. Then let's look at this Engine Plus specialization, and really the only downside of this specialization is the perk. It's just not great for a defensive minded build. It's the Raider perk. Enter the opponent's box from the middle for a short boost of finishing, shot power, and reactions. I did not take advantage of this perk. As a DM, you probably won't be either unless you're really going for it, but this build doesn't have like shooting upgrades or anything like that, so it kind of sucks. And as I said in previous videos, I really think they should change the Raider perk with the gadget perk that is on this Marcelo specialization, the workhorse special perk, because it says get a boost in strength, aggression, and standing tackle when your team loses the ball in the middle third. I think that just makes way more sense with the Engine Plus, and then this Raider perk fits that gadget specialization more in my opinion, so I really feel like they should do that. But of course, with this Engine Plus specialization, you get Intercept Plus, so then you can use Jockey, Intercept, and Anticipate on the build. So having 3 defending playstyle plus is crazy. And then the minimum attribute requirements are 90 aggression, 92 interceptions, and 90 standing tackle. Then as y'all can see on this attributes tab, this build has the explosive acceleration type, which is ridiculous with the high acceleration and agility that you have with the build. And it works great with the jockey and just being able to like high press and step on someone very quickly. The only downside, I guess, would be like the top end speed with the long distance sprints won't be great because you're explosive. But that's really not too big of a deal as a defensive midfielder. I really think explosive is actually a great acceleration type as a defensive mid, and as well as controlled. I just don't think lengthy is great as a DM. Now for the height and weight, it is the same as my previous Engine Plus builds at lower levels. So 5'8", 143 pounds. This is definitely the smallest CDM build I've made on my channel. So 143 pounds is the minimum weight, and this is what will get you the +4 acceleration and agility and the -4 jumping and strength. So make sure you have this height and weight for those attribute effects. So with the max out acceleration and agility on this engine build, you add those +4 to the 92. So this build actually has a 96 acceleration and agility. And agility is going to be great on defense as well, like changing directions, jockeying, and all that kind of stuff, not just when you have the ball at your feet. So it's very good on defense as well. So that's why I have maxed agility with the max acceleration, and it works great with the explosive acceleration type. And then we do have the -4 to jumping and strength, but this build isn't focused on being like physically strong or anything like that. So that is one of the downsides, but it is a smaller build, so it's not like too big of a deal. Let's now take a look at the playstyles. So there's the Jockey Plus, Intercept Plus, and Anticipate Plus, which you'll want on the build. And then Incisive Pass, Tiki Taka, Long Ball is what I had for the passing playstyles, as well as Inventive. You definitely don't have to go for Inventive or even Long Ball or Incisive. You'll definitely want Ping though. So the 2 that I would suggest as a DM, especially if you're trying to just play simple and on the ground, not hit like through balls and behind or in the air and stuff like that, then really all you will need is tiki-taka and ping. My club was using the pinged facility as well as the first touch one. So if you're not going to have the pinged pass facility for your club, I would definitely put it on the build instead of like inventive, long ball, or even incisive or slide tackle as well. That was like the last play style that I just put. But you could definitely switch that up for something else, which I'll go over some options here shortly. And you don't need first touch as a DM, but this is also a nice facility to have for your club, and it'll help everyone out. So I really like these two facilities. Inventive is actually really nice for like just backheel passes, like building up out of the back with tiki-taka or pinged, or even doing like a fancy through ball and stuff like that. And you can also do Travella passes as well. This build doesn't have a 5-star weak foot, it's a 4-star weak foot, so you can avoid like using your weak foot with passes, which I like to do. I do a lot of Travella passes, so inventive works very well for me, but you definitely don't have to go for it. And then of course you'll want quick step on the build. I would suggest press proven, that is really nice. And then I did try slide tackle, but I didn't have it on for all my games. I was actually using aerial fortress for a good amount of games, and this will help, especially being like a smaller build, not having like high jumping really. You actually will win a good amount of aerial battles sometimes with aerial fortress. You won't be able to win all of them, of course, but it'll definitely help you win some with if you want to use aerial fortress for those headers in your own defensive half. So you can definitely give that a try. Another option would be bruiser. I've done this at lower levels, didn't use it for level 80, but it will help with like just doing those physical tackles and bodying players off the ball. And y'all can see in the gameplay that I was actually able to get a good amount of those even without bruiser. So the physical tackle animations are just good, like really good this year, even if you don't have bruiser and like low strength. Then I guess you could try enforcer, but I wouldn't really suggest it as a defensive midfielder. And then the other option that you could go for is technical if you want to like controlled sprint as a defensive mid. That's also pretty good. And then there is block if you wanted to try that, but I don't ever use that in the midfield. Now let me go to these club facilities real quick, and I'll show y'all these names of the facilities that my club was using. So the first one is the 3-star passing coach, which gives +5 long pass and short pass, and the pinged pass facility, a solid facility if you ever want to use that for your club. And then yoga instructor, 3-star yoga instructor, gives +5 composure and balance with the first touch play style. And then the last 100k was the 1-star sports psychologist, giving +2 aggression and composure. Here's the attributes page, and starting on skill moves and weak foot, I just went for 3-star skills on this defensive mid, and then a 4-star weak foot. I was thinking about maybe doing a 5-star weak foot, but I wanted the attributes how I have it. So maybe in like future level caps, I could potentially go for a 5-star weak foot, but I think a 4-star weak foot is fine for most DM builds. And then for the attributes on stamina, got 80 stamina in order to use base quick step, and then 90 aggression is what you needed for the engine plus specialization. And that actually is pretty noticeable, like going into tackles and stuff like that. The high aggression is really nice with this build. And then I did go for 1 upgrade to jumping. I think it starts at 75. But I had a little bit of AP left, so I just decided to put it on jumping to spend all the AP evenly to where I end up with 0 AP left. So just 1 upgrade to jumping. And then I did upgrade the strength to 76 in previous levels. I just went up to level 75 in order to get press proven and enforcer on the build. I think you need 75 strength, and maybe, I think even bruiser as well, you need 75 strength. And then I did just bump it up to 76. I think I had like 10 AP at the very end of the build, so I just put 1 on jumping and then 1 on strength to get both of them up to 76. Just keep in mind with the -4 from the height and weight effect, both of these will be 72 once you get into a game, but it's really, I did not have a problem with it, to be completely honest, when using this build. The low strength really isn't very noticeable for me with this kind of build. And then here's that max acceleration at 92, and then you add the +4 from the height and weight. So this build has a 96 acceleration, which is ridiculous on this build. And then I did just go for 89 sprint speed. Like maybe in like future level caps, I could max out the sprint speed. I believe you can get it up to 92 as well, like the acceleration. But with the explosive acceleration type, I don't think like sprint speed is crazy important. It's definitely more important to have max acceleration. Then we can go up to the agility. So there's the max agility at 92. With the +4, it's actually going to be 96. So there's that 96 agility and acceleration, which is so noticeable on this build, especially with the Jockey Plus. And then 84 balance, that is pretty solid. And then 90 reactions. I believe I was just going to go for like 89, but then similar to what I was doing with the +1 to jumping and strength to get them to 76, I just had a little bit of AP. I think it was 21 AP. So I spent 11 to get 90 reactions. And then the last 10 was on just +1 jumping and strength to spend all the AP. So that's why I have the 90 reactions. And then like the balance, I have 84 ball control, dribbling, and composure, which is pretty nice because once you get up to 85, the AP actually becomes more expensive. It's a little bit cheaper when you go from like 83 to 84, but right when you go from 84 to 85, it's just more expensive. So this is a way to just save a good amount of AP and spread around the rest of the AP. So for passing, there's actually 85 vision because this is what will allow you to use the long ball play style. So I went for 85 vision there, and then 84 short pass, and then 85 long pass allows you to use the pinged pass play style. So that's why I went for 85 to both of these because this allows for long ball, and then long pass allows for ping pass. So that's really nice if you want to use either of those passing play styles on this build like I did. And then 80 curve is also pretty nice because this allows you to use incisive pass or inventive if you want. And then you needed the 92 interceptions for the Engine Plus specialization. And this is actually the max interceptions you can get on Engine. And then I believe the heading accuracy, the default heading accuracy on Engine is 75. So that is pretty nice. Didn't need to upgrade it. And that allows you to have Aerial Fortress with 75 heading, 89 defensive awareness. And then 90 stand tackle is also what you needed for the specialization. So I just kept it at 90 and then didn't upgrade the slide tackle at all. Just kept it at 75. But like y'all could see in the gameplay, with the slide tackle playstyle and even without the slide tackle playstyle, when I wasn't using it, I was still getting a lot of slide tackles with just 75 slide tackles. Now let me show y'all the club facility boost tag. So over here to ball control, we're getting +5 to balance, so that bumped up the balance to 89, and then +7 to composure, bumping that up to 91, and then +5 to short pass and long pass. So 89 short pass and 90 long pass is what I had when I got into a game because of the club facilities that my club was using. And then +2 to aggression, bumping that up to 92. And that's my level 80 Engine Plus CDM build for FC26 clubs, which is honestly my favorite build I've used so far this year. So let me know in the comments what you think of this build. Hit that like button on this video and then make sure you are subbed to the channel. I got some more gameplay to show y'all, so y'all go ahead and check that out. Why did my guy duck it? I could have got that. You got the chop down on him? Get that up.
Or sprinting that hard.
Oh my gosh.
No way. You passed it to the one guy who's
I'll get the cutback.
not our teammate.
What is this, bro?
No.
Ah. He got off in time.
Just interception.
For that, and
Nicely cut out. Read it really well. Textbook example of how to cut it out. Very quick thinking there.
save that. It's all you.
Textbook defending inside the box.
What a tackle. What a lunge.
No, I wanted another one.
Was no one tall?
Oh my gosh. Ref? Still win those.
But
Push them off.
sometimes
Superb looking pass.
Nice pass.
Successfully cut out the pass. That's a lovely ball. Oh, disappointing for Rockets to give it away in that manner.
Ooh, right in behind. Oh, unlucky. Better deal on that ball.
That's a good looking ball. For the lead here.
Maybe if we throw it forward, we can get a chance.
Real
Ooh, what a
chance.
ball. Oh my gosh, it worked.
Doing it.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
No, you ain't saving that one.